In the heart of forgotten desert on the alien planet Darun, where twin suns blaze and the wind whispered ancient secrets through towering dunes, a lone human archaeologist named Dr. Elias Vorn stumbled upon something no human had ever seen before, a girl with translucent skin and glowing violet eyes. She called herself Kyare. He had crash-landed a week earlier during an expedition gone wrong. His crew was gone, his ship ruined, and survival was growing less likely each day. But then she appeared, almost as if the desert had offered him a guide. Kyra didn't speak much. Her words were broken, fragmented like echoes from another time, but her gestures were clear. She wanted him to follow, and so he did. They walked for miles beneath the dying sun, crossing ancient paths buried in sand. The air was dry, but there was something more in it. Energy, as if the ground itself hummed with secrets. Then, rising like a mirage, the pyramid appeared. It wasn't made of stone or metal. It looked organic, pulsing slightly, almost breathing. Symbols glowed faintly across its surface. Elias could feel it before he even touched it. Kyrie stopped a few feet away and pointed at the base of the pyramid, her eyes intense. "This last memory," she whispered. Elias stepped forward, brushing the sand away from a glowing panel near the entrance. His hand trembled as he reached out, and the moment his skin met the surface, a loam echoed. The air thickened. A line of light traced itself down the side of the pyramid. And then a door opened, not sliding, not swinging. It simply vanished, revealing a dark tunnel inside. Elias turned to Kyrie. She didn't move. Her face was emotionless, yet her eyes were glassy with something ancient. Fear or grief? "Do we go in?" he asked. She nodded slowly. "Truth is inside." The air inside was cold. The walls were smooth and lit by veins of blue light pulsing like a heartbeat. The deeper they went, the more Elias felt the weight of something pressing down on his soul, as if time itself was watching. As they reached a chamber deep within, they came upon a massive hall with a floating orb in its center. The orb showed images, moving too fast to process. Galaxies forming, stars dying, cities rising and falling. At the center of it all, humans and aliens together. "Is this history?" Elias whispered. Kyrie stepped forward and placed her hand on a pedestal. The orb froze. One image remained. A human man and an alien woman, standing before a pyramid, just like this one. Elias stared. The man in the image looked just like him. Kyrie's voice trembled. "He was first, you are last." "What does that mean?" he asked. She turned to him. "We made you long ago. Humans from stars, born from us. You forgot. We remembered." The room trembled. Suddenly, the orb fractured into light, and the walls began to change. The pyramid was waking up. Kari clutched her chest and collapsed to her knees. "They sealed us, your kind. Long ago. This place is prison and key." Elias realized this pyramid wasn't a ruin. It was a vault, a prison for knowledge, for power, for the truth. And now it was opening. Walls shifted, revealing thousands of capsules. Inside were figures like Kare, suspended in stasis. Elias stepped back in shock. "What are they?" She looked up, tears now running down her cheeks. "Survivors, dreamers, my people, trapped, waiting for a human to remember." Suddenly, a loud clang echoed. Defense systems had activated. Lights flared red. The pyramid had detected unauthorized reawakening. "Run!" Kyare cried, but Elias grabbed her hand. "No, I didn't come this far to run." He rushed to the control pedestal. Symbols floated before him. He didn't understand them, but somehow, deep within, something did. It was as if his blood remembered what his brain couldn't. The symbols rearranged themselves. The vault asked a question. Are you ready to reunite what was divided? He took a breath and placed his hand on the pedestal. I am. Light exploded from the pyramid, rising into the twin skies of Elrun. The sands trembled. All across the world, hidden structures began to awaken. Satellites, temples, towers once thought lost. Kyare stood, looking around in awe. They will come now, she said. Your people, mine, we will be seen. And then Elias saw it too. His crashed ship's beacon was blinking again. Reconnected, Earth would get the signal. But more importantly, so would the others. Days passed. Elias stood atop the pyramid, now fully transformed. It no longer looked like a tomb, but a living monument, glowing with ancient and futuristic energy. Kyar walked beside him, her people slowly waking from thousands of years of sleep. He turned to her. Why me? She smiled softly. Because you remembered when it mattered. That is, what makes your kind different, dangerous, and beautiful. The stars above shimmered. The reunion of worlds had begun, and all it took was the touch of one curious human.